Joe Biden might have done a job appealing, a really good job appealing to moderate voters last week in the debate. But the truth is, he didn't do himself any favors trying to distance himself from Bernie Sanders and all of the progressives that support Bernie Sanders. I have Farron Cousins with me from Trial Lawyer Magazine to talk about it. Wow. I mean, you know, it seemed to me that Bernie Sanders was out front for him. I mean, Bernie Sanders took it on the chin by all of his base to come out and defend Biden. And then Biden the other night, what was it, just an old folks moment, or the medication wasn't right? What happened?
Well, Trump actually did a really good job of making Biden offend, really, the progressive left of the Democratic Party. He constantly said, well, you Bernie Sanders is pulling the strings, you like Bernie's plan, and Joe Biden would have to say, no, I don't. I am the Democratic Party, Joe Biden said at one point. And that's a terrifying thought to anybody who calls themselves a Democrat. But Trump laid the bait for him, because as soon as Joe Biden would say, no, I don't like Bernie's plan, Trump would say, yeah, you just lost the progressive left. It was a brilliant trap, to be honest. The first time I've seen Trump really play politics like that. And Biden fell right into it and angered the entire progressive left.
But he went out of his way. I mean, he attacked the guy, Bernie Sanders, this old character who's there for him, goes on the air for him, says, this is the guy, progressives unite around Biden. Please do this for me, Bernie. And then this freak, in the middle of the debates, starts calling him, you know, like he's some crazy old socialist. Right. Same way with AOC, right?
I mean, distance from all the policies that they put forward, the Green New Deal. And even though Biden has a very good climate plan, he made certain to tell people this is not the Green New Deal. I do not support the Green New Deal, which is actually a popular piece of legislation, or an idea, really. It's not necessarily legislation.
Okay, so Markey and AOC. Okay, right. You got Markey and AOC with this legislation that has some real potential.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of crazy stuff in it, but it's got some real potential, to tell you the truth. So the last thing he ought to do is distance himself. Right. He needs to embrace it, say this is a good idea, because, look, you know, he's our next president. If I'm looking at the polling I'm looking at today, I mean, 16 points after the debate. What's your take?
Well, that to me was shocking. I immediately thought after that debate, I said, okay, Biden went in with the most to lose, and I don't think he lost anything, but I don't think he gained anything. You know, the whole thing was a chaotic mess. I mean, I think that is the best description of it.
Well, let's talk about that. I want to talk about the world looked at that chaotic mess, Farron.
Yeah,
I mean, the world looked at what as they looked at that chaotic mess. What's their take on it?
Well, they're shocked, one, that America has devolved into this, because I think really this is the first time that the rest of the world is paying such close attention to, you know, things like our debates. They always pay attention to our politics, but not necessarily the way that we do. We see this all the time. This was nothing new, but the rest of the world finally got a good taste of what we have been seeing for 20 years.
Okay, so here it is. From the UK, national humiliation. It made me weep. Dog whistling, blatant dog whistling. That was the night that we watched. Chaotic, childish, grueling. It was impossible to watch. A terrible storm that came from France, Germany, a TV duel like a car accident between two dummies. I mean, that was the take. Two old crazy guys up on stage yelling at each other. I mean, how do you take anything? But the point is, Biden weathered it, and I do believe he's going to be elected president of the United States, you know, short of something I'm not seeing right now.
Right. I mean, based on everything we have available at this moment, it certainly looks like Biden has this. But I think the rest of the world is also a little shocked at this moment, because they understand, and they've been dealing with Trump for 4 years. So they either say, well, we've got 4 more years of this or 4 years of this guy.
Yeah.
And neither one of those is a good prospect for them, because we had both friends and enemies abroad saying this is hell.
Yeah,
this is hell what's coming out.
A lot of the criticism was, this is your choice? Yeah. Really? This is your choice?
Right. 330 million people, and we got these two bozos.